The Sunday Sequence Break.
All right, welcome everybody to episode 118 of the Sunday Sequence Break. For those of you in the UK, this is a special number because 118 is the number for the directory inquiries phone numbers.
Oh, wow. That's good to know.
It's like, what do you have? You have
411.
Yeah, ours is 118.
118? That's stupid. Yeah. Why would it be? 118 doesn't even make sense.
I don't know.
411
It's 411. You're like,
yeah,
you know.
It's like I was trying to dial 911, but I just couldn't hit the right number. So now I'm talking to this recording.
Confused. The 9 looks a bit like a 4.
Right.
You know. Yeah. But anyway, it's episode 118 of Sunday Sequence Break. It's a little mini records episode with just Feasel and I and Arcano, who's running the cast for us.
Yes, true. We've got a couple of us at various cons. We have Chicagothon with Gilder's at Chicagothon right now, and I believe Duckfist is at DeuceCon.
DeuceCon. Yep. PJ, I don't know where PJ is, but I'm sure he's very busy. Otherwise, he'd be here. So PJ's something-ing.
PJ is something.
He's probably dealing with. He's got stuff to do, isn't he? He's got real life stuff coming up. I know, cool stuff.
Oh yes, yeah, he sure does.
So he's probably doing that.
He's something really hard right now.
Stepping in for Gilder. Say hello, Arcano.
Hello, hello.
If you do not know Arcano, which you should by now, he does lots of very, very, very incredibly useful stuff for us.
Very important things. Yes, he's the manager of the records. For one thing, all the records go through Arcano.
The emails, all the messages, all that is Arcano.
Various messages, corresponding-y things.
Yep, that's it.
And he's also helping us organize videos and whatnot too.
Yeah, he's running the cast.
He's doing everything now.
Doing everything, all the things.
We're both quitting, just leaving Arcano.
Oh no.
But yeah, we didn't get a game of the week in time, but don't worry, we will have game of the weeks for you next few weeks. We got a bunch of stuff planned.
We have a bunch of things in the works.
I was fully ready to step in with something, or try and step in with something, but my PC died. And you know what it's like when your computer doesn't work? You have to sit at your PC for as long as it takes to fix it. I don't know about you guys, but I have to. If my car breaks down, yeah, whatever, I'll fix it tomorrow. But if my PC breaks down, I'm up all night trying to fix that thing. So that's my excuse. Feasel doesn't have an excuse. He just, he was too busy organizing the next episode, so that's fine.
What? Excuse for what?
Exactly. Now, hey, Feasel, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
I didn't do much streaming. I streamed, I think, once during this past week, which is kind of low, but I had a lot of other projects I was working on. It was a busy week for me just outside of speedrunning, but I also got a bunch of work done on Final Fantasy planning. So the route that I'm doing for number one, the route that I'm doing for Best of Ness is not the route that I thought I was going to be doing. So new route now, which I should be able to pilot test this week. I think it should be reasonably safe. I'm not really too worried about. There's only a couple things that could really go terribly, and I probably shouldn't say that because I'm just jinxing myself. But I think, but for a few things which are hard to make safe, everything else should be pretty doable. So it'll be a real thrill to actually start a Final Fantasy run and think that I have a pretty good chance of finishing it, because that never happens.
Yeah, I'm really keen on. I'd like to run a. Oh boy, we got a return raid.
Return raid.
Nice.
Oh wow, good timing.
Nice. Thank you,
Yes.
Skybills. That's good. That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to run a final. I think a guilty thing back in the back of my mind, I'd like to run a Final Fantasy one day. Just one day, to see what it's like, to try it out. But hey, cool. Did you do anything else, or is that your lot?
That was pretty much everything that I can think of,
Yeah.
I
Nice.
guess.
Yeah. I fully intended to do some actual things this week, but it was mostly just trying to fix my PC, which touch wood is all working wonderfully right now. Happy Mr. Computer is running properly. And I'm just sort of getting excited for Legend of Korra and Bayonetta 2, both of which come out next week. It's like my favorite company releasing 2 games within 2 days of one another is pretty sweet. That's pretty exciting, actually. So I'm getting ready for that. Maybe one of them will be really fun, and I might get into running it. Like, I know for a fact both of them are meant to be quite short. So at least Bayonetta's got a lot of skipping in it in stuff. I know some people, General Beatrix and a few other people have been playing it, and Americans have been playing it. I think it's already out in the States, but I'm staying away from it as not to get spoiled in any regard. So, yeah, I'm just sort of getting excited for that. I really hope there's a pretty good shot I will toy at least with one of those games, so that's a good sign. I'm kind of getting excited about running a game again, especially a shorter one. But yeah, Arcano, do you have a recap as well? Would you like to? You going to take part? I'm sure you will.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
I haven't really been doing a whole lot of speedrunning. I've been working on a whole bunch of TSSB stuff behind the scenes.
Oh, nice.
Should
Very
I?
That's what
should
we like
I-
to hear.
Should I say what that is? Should we
Go
give
for
the
it.
keys?
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're
Why
good.
not?
I've been working on getting all of the past episodes uploaded to YouTube. There are a couple of
Yes.
episodes missing, so a couple of lost episodes here and there. There aren't many lost episodes, so don't fret, guys. So far, we have, I think, up to episode 24 or something like that on the YouTube, but they're unlisted right now. Gotta do some more stuff with getting the descriptions and all that set up. But keep an eye out, guys. They'll be up on the YouTube soon.
Cool.
We have the...
And that's the first step in getting the podcast feed up back and working.
Yes,
again,
yes it
too.
is.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
which
We've
would
been
be
working
nice.
on it. The people who've been messaging us, we
We
been
do listen to
responding
your
you, but we're
requests.
getting there. As you may have noticed, we're sort of on a redrive of TSSB, trying to get everything back and rolling. I'm like back more and going to be
full-time.
helping out a lot more than I was, which was admittedly not very much. PJ will be back very soon too. He's got some cool news. I'll let PJ. I don't want to talk about PJ's personal stuff.
He's
But
having a
PJ's
baby.
got some cool stuff. He
Sorry,
is.
I let it out of the bag.
Damn it. He's on maternity leave now. And he'll be around to help. No, but cool stuff. PJ will be about. Duckfist probably going to be about again. So we're going to get the TSSB ball rolling full tilt again.
Yeah.
Not that it hasn't been great the last few months, but everybody's not been available. So we'll be back on that one. So that'll be cool. But yeah, back on YouTube.
Yeah, and then
Nice,
after
nice,
we get
nice.
all the YouTube stuff sorted out, then I'm going to be working on updating the link database so all of the titles lead to all the YouTube links, and
Nice.
fixing
Sweet.
all the guest links that seem to be broken, and
Yeah.
then everything should be good.
Some house cleaning.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. See, this is why we should really mention you every episode, and I always feel bad when I forget. Like, all the time. All the time.
Yeah, I do a lot of behind the scenes work, and not a lot of people know, but it's all good.
But we're getting it out there. We're trying our
Yeah,
best.
I should hop on some more episodes as well. It's always really fun.
Yeah. Well, you're always welcome, of course. But yeah, we'll be mentioning some of the stuff we're doing later. Well, some of our upcoming episodes in the future. We have a few planned. We got some cool ideas too, which we'll share all of those once we've gone through records. Now, because there's not many of us, that's our recap already done.
Already
We're
done,
going to
saving
go
time.
into record. I'd just like to mention a few other things. Obviously, Chicagothon and JuiceCon are going on in the States. 2 live meetups in the States. I've heard they've been going pretty well. I know a lot of people especially been watching, well, okay, not especially, but I've heard of more people watching JuiceCon just because they happen to be, no other reason for it. But a lot of them have been very inspired by it, which is fantastic. And I have seen other people watching Chicagothon saying it's been great. inspired by them to do more live meetups, which is fantastic. If you're thinking of doing a live recap, please do. Recap? Sorry, what do I mean? Live event.
Live
Oh my God, what am I talking about? You should do a live event. You can do a live recap if you want. I don't know what you'd recap, but a live event, fantastic. So I know for a fact that Aidenall, who hosted his little Aidenall meetup, has had a lot of ideas from JuiceCon. I saw tweets. And I know that people have been having a blast over at Chicagothon because I've seen tweets too. I've seen JuiceCon stuff. Duckfist was running Battle Kid, and I saw the tweet 2 hours after it went out, and I was furious that I missed it. But, you know, whatever. I guess I'll just cry myself to sleep again. Been drinking ever since, but that's cool. I believe there was a Best of Nares podcast or some kind of hype thing that went out before Best of Nares coming up as well. So there's some cool stuff going on. But fantabulous. Okay, should we go straight into records then? Well, I say straight into records, but I say now into records.
Straight into those records.
Yeah. So yeah, fantabulous, brilliant. Starting off, BioShock Infinite, which is a cool game. Now this is a really interesting one because when I played through this game, I missed a lot of stuff. But this is the 100%, 2 hours 58:04 by Penta. And it says, I started to run this game a couple of months ago and decided to pick up 100% after I saw how much of a struggle with RNG the 80% is. On 100%, you collect all voxophones, infusions, gearboxes, and vigors that you have to do. And you have to do a few extra fights and skips that are not necessarily on 80%. It's a good run. I can prove without too much effort, around 2 minutes and ultimately 5 minutes. Now, a lot of this stuff is going all the way back and like finding stuff that's sort of out of in nowhere. Like there's a lot of picking, like getting enough lockpick stuff to go find lockpicks and backtracking and that. So I'm actually kind of intrigued by this route. So I might actually go check that out. The voxophones are also all over the place. The vigors are hidden, but it's the gearboxes that are really hidden. So yeah. I wonder how much of this is really just digging around and actually, like, some of them are really. You've played it, right, Arcano?
Yeah, I've played BioShock Infinite. I remember that a lot of the time you'd have to like backtrack if you get a certain number of lockpicks.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Some of them even just talking to certain people, and then you backtrack. So
yeah,
I wonder how many of it's just running around.
I also wonder how much he's going to be using the dupe glitch. There's a dupe glitch in BioShock Infinite where you can get all of the gearboxes. I think it was. You can get infinite lockpicks. You can get infinite money, but it costs quite a bit of time to do that. So I'm curious as to whether he's going to be doing that or not.
Well, hopefully he's in here. If not, hopefully he listens and he can message us about it. But yeah. It is interesting. I think it'll be cool. I like those runs where collecting stuff is really out of the way or really like optimized in where you go from one place to another. Because I remember finishing it and thought I found a lot of voxophones and actually found barely any in the total grand scheme of things. So yeah. Anyway, that's cool. Good stuff, Penta. I know you've been running BioShock Infinite a while in the other categories, so that's cool. I wonder if there's any sweet skips. Like there were some funky ones where you bounce over stuff. I remember the possession vigor skip where you climb over the wall sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
There are a bunch of different skips in the 80%. I'm curious to see which ones transition to 100%.
Yeah. That's cool. All right. Okay, we got Dragon Warrior 3 as well. This is the one PJ normally talks about, or Duckfist normally talks about. I can't remember which one. But he's not here.
What?
Is this the one, Dragon Warrior 3, that
we haven't ever had a submission for this? In fact, I'm not even sure what the single segment record was for this, if there was one.
Boy, okay. There was different.
Final Fantasy 3 is Duckfist's game.
Okay. PJ likes Dragon Warrior.
PJ likes a lot of things. He probably likes Final Fantasy as well.
He probably does.
It's a safe bet to say this is a PJ game.
What are you talking about, Fiesel? We hate Final Fantasy games.
We hate Final Fantasy games and Dragon Warrior games. I would never run either of those series.
Definitely not. And I definitely wouldn't play and really enjoy them. But yes, this is Dragon Warrior 3, and this is the any percent in 5 hours, 23 minutes, and 46 seconds by Everhate, who says, a nice little comment here. 8-bit Dragon Warrior run is a bit unusual, even in Japan. And while this game is extremely popular to run on the Super Famicom, the NES version is a very different experience. Wait, yeah, I just realized NES.
Yeah.
Okay. Party choice. Yeah. Party choice is hero, 2 fighters, 1 wizard, who becomes a sage. Hmm. Overall, the run went very well with a mixture of decent luck and completely awful luck in various places. Improvement is still very possible. This run is within about 12 minutes of the current segmented run on SDA, though Darkwind Duck has since improved that run substantially. Okay, so I'm assuming that's just improved segmented run. A rather fun game to run with a huge variety of options because of the class system and relatively light on grinding overall. Thanks to Darkwing for helping me bounce around ideas while routing and improving the run. His level of knowledge regarding the game is truly impressive. More improvements to come soon, by which I mean eventually, maybe. Now, I just want to confirm, because I wasn't huge on NES on that when I was a kid,
Okay.
but this is Dragon Quest, right? The original Dragon Quest games.
Right. Wait. Originally Dragon Quest. in
Or was it
Japan.
Dragon Warrior?
No,
And then it
originally
became-
Dragon
yeah.
Quest. In America, they
Right.
call him Dragon Warrior. Sure.
And then they renamed it Dragon Quest when it got to 7 or 8 in the West.
I think that's kind of like how eventually the Final Fantasies went to the Japanese
Caught
numbering
up,
system
right, yeah.
because the Americans were like, "Wow, this is stupid. Why are we such idiots for having a
Right,
screwed up?"
exactly.
you know,
What is
naming
up with
system
that?
for
Yeah,
these?
I don't know. Yeah,
But
yeah,
eventually
cool.
it was set straight, and I'm pretty sure the later ones are called Dragon Quest across the board. I think.
Yeah, cool. That's what I thought. I remember Dragon Quest 8 and the one on DS, is it? I think it is. Right. Oh, hey, I can't read this one. Fiesel, as the only American here,
It's the only real American hero,
you're the only real American here. Arcano's Canadian, not
which
real
is in
American.
America, but unfortunately doesn't make him American. That's
Ah,
really
I'm only North
unfair,
American,
honestly.
not American.
Damn, that sucks. Okay, Fiesel, you're a real American. You should read this one.
Okay. All right. G.I. Joe, a real American hero for the NES, any percent run done in 20 minutes, 52 seconds by Optics, who says, thanks to Ace11575X for all the race practice and continuously improving his world record time, just to spite me. I think he means continually, because continuously improving means there's whatever. Anyway, this game deserves a more active community, and it's starting to grow. I hope to see more people running, racing, and smashing world records soon. The run features several reroutes from the previous world record submission, as well as a few new intentional deaths. That's cool.
I like the idea of continuously beating the world record. Like, you just never stop.
Right, it doesn't stop.
Every second of the day.
Right. Not repeated discrete instances, but just one long, unceasing beating of the game.
Did the highlight run? Am I that far behind?
No, I forgot
Okay, yeah,
to
I was
play it.
wondering the same thing.
Sorry.
I was Jesus. That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I was just like, have I really missed that?
Okay. There we go. Okay, let's read the next one.
Okay, we'll read the next one. That's fine. Okay, we have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Just to point out there, any of you in charge of marathon game submissions for live marathons, especially, put Harry Potter in so I know how it's going to go. Because my secret idea, or my not very secret, my little idea is that it would go down a storm. But hey, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. That's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone because apparently they don't
Probably
have.
PAL, I guess, right?
Yeah, they don't have philosophy in America apparently.
Right. Or they don't have philosophers with stones, at least. Anyway, that doesn't make any sense. Let's move on past it. Now I'm watching G.I. Joe. That's what's happened. Did Flicky disappear? Oh, yep, he did. That boink was him going away. All right, well, I'll finish this off. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It's a PS1 game. It's 1:45:21 is the time by Uglier Goblin, who says, I am really happy with this time. It implements a death warp, and the only notable time loss was due to perfect RNG the run before. Oh, I see. That makes sense. I explained this is the run I submitted yesterday, but I guess this won't be read. Wait.
What?
I explained this in the run he submitted yesterday. Oh, that's right, because we had 2 runs of this submitted back to back. That's right.
Yeah.
The game was run using the Canadian version of the game. As we found out, this is the fastest of the game. Oh, so this is not PAL. It's Canadian Harry Potter. So that's faster. That's the fastest version of it, apparently.
Yeah. Interesting.
We're talking about Canadian Harry Potter and watching real American heroes while drinking Mexican Coca-Cola.
Yes. I remember the SGL episode for this game. It was such a fun episode. Oh, it's done? Okay.
Yep. That's right. We did do this on SGL. Good old G.I. Joe. But anyway, yes. Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone. We've seen this a couple times on the show, and I guess that's good because I always liked this series, and it kind of sucked that no one really ran it seriously up until with the last year or so. So I'm glad to see that one again. So congrats, Uglier Goblin.
All right, I disconnected, as you may have guessed it.
We figured that out.
Yeah. I had some sick jokes too, but I guess we'll just have to skip over them. All right, are we on Kiwi Craze now?
Yeah, we're
we
at
are.
Kiwi.
This is Kiwi Craze, which I now know is called the New Zealand story, and I'm never forgetting it in the West. This is Kiwi Craze any percent in 423 by Jeff Sledge. And he says, added about a minute of improvement to Jorf's route.
Then executed. Yeah, we just lost him again.
Oh no.
It's a cool game.
Oh, he's
We
back.
like it.
Yes.
Oh, what?
You're back.
Did I disappear again?
Yeah,
Yes.
momentarily.
Oh my god. How much?
What? Oh
Couple
no,
seconds.
it's all good.
Did I finish Kiwi Craze? I did.
Yeah, you
Okay,
did.
that's
You did it fine.
fine. Okay, good. All right, sweet. Ah, my god, my router late night. My internet has been real upset recently. The other day I was playing a game and it dropped from my normally, obviously amazing internet down to 0.1 down, 0.05 up, and 1500 ms to a server about 2 miles from my house.
Oh, that sounds good.
So that was great, yeah. But anyway,
I'll work with that.
let's go on to A Land of Illusion then, starring Mickey Mouse. This is on the Sega Master System, which is a great console, so we're glad to see more Sega Master System games. It's any percent in 2812 by B Trim, which I can't figure that's BT Rim or B Trim. It's like advice, you should B Trim. Do you say trim in America like that?
Trim.
Trim, like be trim, like slim in shape.
Oh, sure. You can use trim
Yeah,
like that.
okay, cool,
Yeah,
sweet.
sure.
Okay, good. It says, I need to beat Mephistus Run to entice him back into running the game. Well, there you go. You've gone and done that.
Prodded Mephistus into running.
if you're
running the game.
out there, not only should you run this game again, but you should also be trim. Just solid advice from B Trim there.
Or
But
don't
good
be
job.
trim. It's up to you.
It's up to you. It's your choice. At least try and take your record back. That's the key.
That's what we care about. We don't care if
Yeah.
you're trim or not. Whatever.
There you go. Land Stalker, Genesis title, this Japanese version by Statueless. That's the category. I was going to say that's a very interesting
By
idea.
Statueless.
I was going to say that's a very, very interesting idea, but that's the goal. It's statueless without statues in 1 hour 48.3 by Rat Funk. Says it's an improvement. First in a few months, suave elf stalking the lands, MacGyvering through doors and walls, robbing the poor, getting the women moving on.
Okay.
Is Landstalker isn't a movie, is it? Because if it is, I need to see that.
There should be a movie based on Landstalker. I've always said that. There needs to be a Landstalker movie.
That would be great.
You're
I
probably
want to
tired
see.
of hearing me say that by now, right?
No, I love it. I
Okay.
want to know. I would love to see that as a movie. Suave elf stalking the lands, MacGyvering through doors and walls, robbing the poor, getting the women, moving on. He's living the dream. Living the dream. All right. Oh my god, another Mario game. Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
Fiesel,
Okay, sure. Well, here's a Mario game I haven't
your middle
played, but
name is Mario, isn't it?
That's
So
true.
This would be
It
good for you.
is. That's
Yeah.
right. Fiesel Mario McFieselson. That's my middle name indeed. So this is the game named after me and my time machine for the Super NES. This is a low percent run done in 5328 by
Super
Sex
NES.
Rex. Super NES.
Super NES.
I got yelled at for saying SNES once. Is it that bad to say SNES?
Well, I remember one of our first episodes, or was it? It was either one of our first episodes or AGDQ, where I said SNES and NES, and every American in the room looked at me like I was an idiot. It's like, what's that? SNES, SNES. You know, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Oh my God, you say SNES in Europe? Yeah. We say SNES. That's so much longer.
Yeah, that's true. What's the point of acronymizing a thing if it's going to be as long as the thing you're trying to avoid saying?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
Super Nintendo Entertainment System is ultra long anyway, but still, yeah.
Okay, so you guys, I hope you're taking in all the action that's happening here in Mario's Time
There's a
Machine.
lot going on.
There's a lot going on. It's very important. This is sort of like a where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, or where in time is Carmen Sandiego kind of game, from what I can tell. But we actually have a comment here. So, Sex Rex says, what's there to say about this game that we all loved so much as a child? This run aims to complete the game with as few points as possible and does so by manipulating the bonus system. Shoutouts to Shrimp for finding the ABS accelerated bonus.
I know him.
Ooh. Oh,
Shrimp. I know
Oh, yeah,
I
sure.
also know Sex Rex. I know Shrimp too. Wow.
Bowser has escaped. You need to finish quicker. It's the best thing to be told at the end of a speedrun.
I don't know why I'm always surprised when a new Mario game, well, not new, but an old Mario
new
game that I
to you.
never found out about is unveiled to me. I don't know why I'm surprised.
You shouldn't. They made so many Mario games.
I
I mean,
know.
so many Mario-related games. Not even Mario-like gameplay, but just, use the franchise.
Back when they would let anybody have a go at it. All right, we also have Pikmin. Okay, we're getting into a very P-heavy section. Okay, so forgive me if I trip up on my P's. We have Pikmin on the GameCube Nintendo. The US version, this is all parts, 50 Pikmin, in 13720 by Piepusher. I have a pop shield. Isn't it lucky I have a pop shield on my mic? All parts 50 Pikmin is pretty much the low percent category of this game. The heaviest part in the game takes 50 Pikmin to lift, so it's impossible to beat the game with less. The first 7 days of this run went pretty well. Day 8 had a few snacks, but I managed to recover pretty well. Overall, I'm very happy with how this run went, and even though Day 8 can certainly be improved, I don't see myself beating this run anytime soon. It's a good job, Piepusher, on your all parts 50 Pikmin run.
All parts pie pushers Pikmin. Next time, can you please make all of the words in the notes
begin with
section
P.
start with P?
Could you please? He says he's not going to beat it, but I wouldn't
Okay.
mind if somebody else did it.
As long as their name also had several P's in it.
Several, yeah.
Several. What a
Damn.
fun game.
So-
I like this game.
yeah.
I don't have very many GameCube games. I actually have a GameCube and games for it.
Wow, you actually
Not
have a
many,
GameCube?
but this is one of them.
I have about
Oh, it's over.
4 GameCube games as well.
Right. You got like
I,
this and Metroid Prime, and that's about it.
Yeah. I have Metroid Prime, Crystal Chronicles, PNO3, Beautiful Joe, and Melee. Those were my 5 games on that. And Double Dash, actually, is a 6. And I did recently sell PNO3 and Metroid Prime, so I have 4.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Anyway.
Neat.
All right.
I love
More P's, but we're going to give these P's to Arcano this time. You all right with these
Okay.
P's,
Arcano.
Arcano?
Yeah, let me take this. So we got Portal
Yeah.
next at 70% in 848.240 by XCD. And he says, this beats the previous run by Miguel by around 1.5 seconds. He had the record for 4 months. This run has a mediocre beginning, but everything after Chamber 4 and 5 was really solid. As any popular speed game, Portal is very optimized, so getting this run took quite a while. However, it is not perfect, and I think a low 840 or high 830X is possible. I hope to get a video soon, but oh yeah, he's already got a video.
That's already been taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see XCD do this, because do you guys remember when we did the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes episode? And XCD
Yeah.
was saying, yeah, I want to find another game to run. And he's run a few things since then, but to see him take on Portal is really cool.
I suppose, because he was like, wow, this Killer Tomatoes game is now optimized down to the frame, so what other really optimized games can I bang my head against?
Yeah, but that's really cool, because Portal is not an easy record to take, especially, maybe the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes skills transition between games, but
I would bet so, yeah.
yeah.
I could see the similarities.
But yeah, damn good job to XCD. Portal is one of those really big records. Whenever a Portal time gets beaten, there's something serious has happened and you need to go watch it.
Right.
Even if you're just mostly going to be watching and be getting very confused as to what's going on and how they've actually done what they've just done. Portal is one of those games that's very hard to follow, the outer bounds especially.
Yeah.
And then you watch inbounds only and think that's going to be easier to follow, and you're wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, so damn good job, XCD. Really cool to see. I saw your celebratory tweet and it was very it was very happy.
Highlights done, so let's move on to the next
I like
one.
any time I see that. And I still really love this boss fight every time I see it. It might be one of the coolest boss fights I've seen in runs, just how they go about doing it compared to how I did it originally. It's night and day. So
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Damn
congrats,
good.
XCD.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Getting a 848 Portal.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna continue on to more Portal. You want to
Yeah.
do this one too, Ark? Be our Portal
Yeah,
guy.
let's go into Portal 2 by Xenernicus in 106, 1 hour and 6 minutes, sorry. This run used some newer time savers and also has cleaner gameplay for a majority of the run. It's 50 seconds on a single trick late in the run. Without that, I would be pretty happy with it.
You hear that first from us. He's not happy with it. So now that we've said that on the air, he's gotta come through and beat that run. Pressure's on.
You've told everybody now.
Yep, we've told everyone. Everyone tell everyone else. So that he has
Everyone
no
tell
way out of
everyone
this.
else he's not happy about it.
He's not happy and he's going to beat this run. Now he's got to do it.
Yeah. It's cool. There's another one again, Portal 2. Like, not had quite the, I wouldn't say not quite the attention, but just but purely because it's so much longer
It's a lot
than
longer.
Portal 1. Like, it's not, you'd think it wouldn't be as nuts, but it's really crazy as well. Like, just the stuff, there's a lot more object interaction in this one, really, but it's just as entertaining to watch. The only problem you have with Portal 2, even more than Portal 1, is the fact that they go so quickly you will miss voice things when they're telling story and that. And I've asked them to slow down so we can hear the story, but they just won't do it.
Yeah, speedrunner misses out on story. That's like dog bites man, you know? It's one of those things.
You just got to live with it. But yeah, good job to Xenernicus. It's good to see guys like still running Portal and Portal 2 as well. Like they're not sort of, it feels like there's a little break every so often, but it's actually just because a new person's learning it and crushing it. So, but
because the game is so breakable that people keep finding new things to do.
Yeah, they keep finding new things as well. Yeah, that also, yeah. Well, they still managed to keep getting new segmented times in these games, so it's just proof of that.
Cool. Well, congrats, Nernicus, for Portal 2 106. Pretty nice.
Flat. 106 flat.
106 flat, right on the dot.
Yeah.
All right. This next run, oh man.
Is this one of your N64 games you own?
I know nothing about this game, which is why I'm so excited to read it.
Space Station Silicon Valley on the N64, any percent in 12613 by McIll.
By McIll.
Is it McIll or MCIll? 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 I don't know. I think it's McIll. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought that was your stage name. This has got to be something else.
MCIll. Yeah, that's me. MCIll. Right. But the Space Station Silicon Valley, one of the N64 3D platformers. I admittedly only know about it because of the terrible PS1 port, which but it's a very popular game. A lot of people had a lot of fond memories with it. This one's really good. The PlayStation port is not good. But apparently, you're at least a mouse for some of the time, and you jet around.
Yep, that's what I'm seeing. Mouse jetting around.
I don't know much more than the very basics. So I don't even know how to say his name. It's Muck as a McDonald's, so it's McIll.
I have no idea what's going on in this highlight.
Sheep.
I like that bouncing sheep with the flower.
I like the bounce,
Whatever that is on his head.
That's a nice animation. I think that's his horn. It's not.
Oh, okay. I see.
Those
It
are
looks like a
horns.
halo or something. It's his horns. Wow.
Oh my god, this does not look like the game I watched at all. The one I watched had a little man running around. This does not look like that.
I imagine there's all manner of creatures which run around.
It looks like you're playing as like a silicone chip.
Yeah,
you're controlling stuff.
your little IC who's jumping into things and controlling them.
And you're also moving in cutscenes. I know that much. I know this does not look like the game I watched one bit.
This looks like fun though.
Yeah, but it's meant to be very popular. I know it's a popular game.
That gorilla, that ape is very funny.
I think it's a bear.
Objective complete.
That's a bear?
Turned
Oh,
on
okay.
the tap. There was a bear, yeah. Oh my god, this clip is great.
I want to see more of this game now.
I really should go and find out about it. But there you go. Good job, McIll.
Yeah.
Well done. All right. Street Fighter 2010, the final fight. Any percent in 1947 by Axel on NES. It says this run was on a Wii with an injected WAD. Do you know what WAD is, Fiesel?
What? I know what it means
WAD.
in this context. I don't know
Yeah.
what you're implying.
I know, I'm not implying anything. I'm
Okay,
trying to get away from my implication by
got
getting
it.
you to tell me what it means.
Yes, an injected wad. Yes.
What does that mean?
It's just a way of tricking the Wii into running games that you want that aren't available on the Wii.
Okay, there you go. Shout outs to Angie Bug and Pasky. This PB, presumably world record, wouldn't be possible without your help, so this PB is yours, not mine. I know a few people have run 2010, Street Fighter 2010.
Certainly, I've played it. Yeah, it's not the Street Fighter game you're expecting. It's just a kind of a misnomer in a way. I mean,
I know Cool Kid toyed with it a bit, but I know someone else ran it too.
We had someone
Had it on the show.
Yeah, we had someone submit this
A while back, for sure.
right.
Did we check it against that record? I'm assuming.
I don't remember.
Okay, let me go look now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's all go look it up. This is the time to do our
Let's
research.
all look together. Let's race.
Let's see.
No, I'm first.
Okay.
Fighter. No, I don't see it on here.
Well, we've
Oh, no,
totally
we've
had
only-
this.
We've never had. I swear we've had it before.
We've totally had this on the show. What?
I'm sure we have. I know we did it for SGL, but
Yeah, no, and well, we didn't
I can't
actually.
actually
We didn't because
find
I
it on
couldn't
it.
figure out a goal for it. I was trying to make a nice goal for it, and I couldn't get one.
Okay,
but-
well maybe we've never had it on the show. I swear.
Well, either way, this is a really cool
Yeah.
game. Very
Yeah.
very weird. Like the levels are. I mean, it's not like a normal platform. Most of the levels you have a certain objective, and you have to go around within a relatively small area and achieve that objective. Then it moves you on to the next one. What we're watching here is the boss rush, the very end of the game. You go do a bunch of platforming, fight a boss, another platforming section, fight another boss, etc. But yeah, it's a fun game.
Yeah, I know it's good. Like, it's sort of got. It's got a net reputation purely because it's not the Street Fighter you're expecting, but I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's meant to be very hard, though, isn't it?
Well, I suppose so. I actually never played it long enough to know. I think I got through the first level. Laggy as hell, apparently.
Yeah, it's looking like it on this video. The thing lagged when it died, so that's not a good sign.
Right.
All right. Speaking of Street Fighter, actually, we have two Puzzle Fighter runs, which I am fond of for sure. So we got Turbo HD Remix on PS3. Now we have Y Expert and Z Expert. And I'm going to tell you first off that these are alternative modes, and I cannot remember which is which, but one I think is like a drop. Like it's two different puzzle games entirely within the same game. So for Y Expert, we have 1703 by Blue Bomber 285. He says Y mode is a twist with a rule set of match 3. Yeah, there you go. So no crash gems, only to break a line of 3 or more collars that connect vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. So it's like columns. There you go. Build up the meter on the side to get a colored diamond. The diamond would change a color to its color, change a color to its color to attack with and save your hide. Change is the way to go, but a chain of 7 or more will trigger the secret stage 7 Devilot fight. So there you go. Instead of having like the crash gems, you have to just match any 3 in a row. So stuff will die as soon as you link them up together. And apparently, yeah, you get enough meter and you'll get a diamond come down. So, but this is a cool mode. It's an alternative. It's pretty nice that the game has these built into. And Z is also different. Should I go straight into Z as well?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. So in 2055, Blue Bomber 285 beat the Z on Expert as well. Z mode is like Tetris Attack, but also not like it. Breakers are used to break gems of the same color, and gems can be turned into power gems. A diamond of a random color would appear once in a while. It breaks all of that color when it touches that color. Means of attacks are power gems to force the gems up, and chains to drop blocks on top. Some big attacks can send over counter gems, which means they need to break the number of the gems to change it to normal. I honestly dislike this mode. I will run it for STA one day and then end it is I must. I can't figure that last bit out, but if I recall correctly, Z mode is where you switch like you twist the blocks around almost. It's not like in
Yeah, he
Tetris
is,
Attack,
moving them
you
around.
twist them round, right? You rotate them,
Yes.
like in a block of 4 rather than a 2. So yeah, there you go. I believe it's a 4. Is it a 4? Can you see Arcana?
Yeah, it's a 4.
Yeah, it's a 4. There you go. But it's a cool game, so you have to go look for the crash gems and like twist them into that. It's also fun actually, but when you're used to playing the normal mode, it can be pretty difficult to get used to the different ones. Yeah. But there you go. It's cool to see you. It's really cool to see people running this and going for the other modes. I had quite a lot of fun with the other modes. It's like sort of having 3 games in one almost. So yeah. Oh, do you want me to say Upsilon or something like that? Fiesel.
Upsilon.
Upsilon. Yeah, I think it's Y in French as well, which is horrible
Y.
sounding.
Yeah.
Y, yeah. I remember learning that at school. But the only French letter I remember the pronunciation of is that one.
Oh, it's done.
Yeah. But yeah, this mode's cool in Z, yeah, because like when the blocks merge, you can kind of screw yourself over by not being able to move them around. So it's nice. I like it. All right. Adam's Family. Let's give this one to Fiesel. Because
Okay,
your
why
middle
not?
name is Adams, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Fiesel Adams McFieselson.
Yeah.
We got the Adams Family, Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt for the Super Nintendo. The any percent run has been done in 19 minutes, 26 seconds by Johann Howitzer. It says, 5 days into running this game after a year's break, and I've already shattered my old time. Thanks to
Year's break.
yeah, well, that happens. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
You know, you relearn a game that you used to be good at, and suddenly you're playing a little bit differently, and you
do.
kind of get
I
past the
find
plateau you were at before.
Yeah, you lose your bad habits, is what I find.
Right. You also lose your good habits, but you lose your bad habits in the process, and all of it eventually gets better. But yeah, so that's the secret. Stop playing your games, everyone, if you want to get better at them, and do something else for a year.
I mean, that's what Rumscout does.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Ron's the poster boy for this.
Not just Rom Scout. Like he's a prime example. He's not the only one.
Yeah. All right. So Johann Howitzer, back to what he says. He says, thanks to Colonel Fatso once again for a few new strats and rekindling my interest in good old Charlie Brown. I've gone back and updated most of the route, though there are still a few things to fix, and I believe breaking 19 to be possible now.
Oh, it's over.
One of the more interesting changes to the route involves adding coins. Every 25 coins grants a heart, so in the first world I go out of my way to avoid collecting some coins. This allows me to heal later on when the health allows me to take more damage and save more time. To give you some idea of how insane this run was, I was half a second behind my sum of best splits 15 minutes into the run. So that means it just went ridiculously fast at the end?
I guess so.
That sounds like a formula for needs more improvement. But I guess that's why he says that sub 19 is possible. That's
Every time I see that, I still just think of Charlie Brown. Every time. It's Charlie Brown. I mean, look at him. But
Charlie Brown.
according to the chat, with the fresh knowledge, Zost beat his Super Metroid, or beat the Super Metroid 100% world record, or improved his own by 11 seconds. Don't know exactly what that time is, but we'll share that one with you. Why not?
We didn't have that one this week. That's too.
No, it just happened.
Oh, it just
Fresh.
happened. Oh,
Just
okay.
happened.
Sometimes
Yeah.
we do miss things, so let us know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
That
share
also
with
said
us.
that Rumscout beat his Soten time earlier.
what?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We were just talking about him.
That would have been a perfect segue, but
It
it's
would
not
have
on the
been
list.
perfect.
Yeah.
We
it's
could have
on
put
the
it
list.
under SOTN as well and just shifted the alphabet around a bit to get that in there. But oh well, good job. I don't know if you have the info on those, anyone in chat, please share with us. All right, we have Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion PC no out of bounds. Oh, here we go. That's interesting. 4642 by Matumbro. This improves the previous record of 4729 by Philly Vinyl. The run started out a bit slower than I would have liked, but second half I managed to save almost a minute. 45 is definitely a possibility. I think a lot of people would like to see this because, like, a lot of people see Oblivion and the Elder Scrolls games and think, whoa, how can the run be that quick? And then they see the Out of Bounds and they're like, oh, okay. But to see no out of bounds and still be 46 minutes for a game that a lot of people spent, 60 plus hours in. I quite like to see the look on their faces when they're in that one. So good job, Matumbro. Nice to see not out of bounds runs for the really broken games. Sometimes it's worth it when the game is so unrecognizable when it's broken like that to see what it would be like otherwise. I imagine there's lots of duping or money stuff and still probably flying, actually. Who knows? And apparently the Zos time was 1:17:16. So there you go. And Rom got 17:15 in Symphony of the Night. The not ultra glitched one, I'm assuming. The somewhat normal category. All right. Now we have Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. This is GameCube Nintendo. The US version, 80% no tutorial in 24004 by Sky Bills. This is after learning, sorry, she says, after learning the game, I'm so not used to saying that. Okay, after learning the game on co-op, I expected this run to be easy. More often than not, I found myself missing my partner. All of the enemy waves and mission objectives are the same as co-op. This means I essentially had to do twice the work for half the pay. Easy and difficult do not have any real differences with the exception of taking more damage, allowing for less damage boosting. This record can be improved as the camera caused some deaths and plenty of salt. Shout out to my Lord of the Rings partner, Author Blues, for helping me through some tight spots. I think I finally just realized what these games are. I played one of these. These are the hack and slash games. They're like the beat 'em ups, right?
Yeah, they're hack and slashy.
Yeah,
sure. Sort of adventure hack and slashy.
I remember playing the second one and it actually being pretty good.
Huh.
So I'm now suddenly more interested in this. I remember playing the second one a lot, playing as Gimli and running around with the axe and that. That's cool. Now I'm suddenly more interested in that. But good job,
that's good
Sky Build.
because we very well may have this game and runner
maybe.
on the show.
Ooh,
pretty soon,
let's
maybe.
see. Let's find out later in the show. Ooh.
Oh, that's right. We got to leave something to the end.
You got to leave the tension. We got to announce the announcement. You know what it is. But good job, Sky Bills. I understand the thing where you want to run your game, but your partner's not about, and then you sort of wonder if you should just run it up by yourself as well. But good job. Okay, I've missed one. No, I haven't. Hey, another movie game. Toy Story 2. Sorry, I can't even read numbers.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Toy Story 3. Actually, 2 is just how we say 3 in England.
Okay, sure, that'll work.
This is the PC any percent in 104.16 by Ignite Yo. That's how I'm going with that one. It says, this was my first run ever. I beat the past world record by about 5 minutes. The person in the call was XYX, the Toy Story 2 100% world record holder, if you remember him from a couple weeks ago. So there you go. So if you go watch the video, that's who that is.
I see.
I only remember for Toy Story games, I only remember the PS1 Toy Story game, where you drove around as the car and you had to bounce on bouncy balls. And the Sega Master System one that you saw that has really good graphics. Those are the only Toy Story games I'm familiar with. So
I remember one on the SNES, but I don't remember what it's called.
On the SNES.
Yeah,
the SNES.
it was a platformer, and it was really difficult at times.
I think I remember the driving around one though.
Yeah,
Was it,
That-
or is it
that's the one I
N64 that I'm thinking of?
I think maybe the N64 one and the PS1 one would likely be very similar. But I remember driving around as the car. I forgot what the car's called. But the remote control car, the green and blue car thing.
Yeah.
But you should check out, if you guys haven't ever seen the Sega Master System Toy Story game, you should look at it because the graphics are astounding for the time. They look like Donkey Kong Country graphics on the Master System.
Is Toy Story really that old? Yikes.
Yeah, Toy Story 1995.
Yeah.
1995. Like, I never normally see this thing came out that long ago and think, gosh, I'm old. But 19 years ago, Toy Story 1 came out.
Wait, Sega Master System game in 1995?
Yeah. I'm pretty confident, very, very confident it's on Master System.
You know which one Master System is?
I do.
Okay.
Maybe it's on
that's
Mega
cool.
Drive.
All right, well. I could
Okay,
look it up.
maybe it is
but I
Mega
won't.
Drive. Maybe it's Mega Drive. It's Mega Drive.
All right, that's a bit more
I'm
believable.
confused. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I'm mixing up my consoles, but yeah, the graphics on it are very good. So check that out. Anyway, Wizards and Warriors now Fiesel, you are both a wizard and a warrior.
I am.
So
Okay.
these would be great for you.
And someone
I
who's played
believe
the game, so
I believe that ampersand is also your middle name as well, so that's perfect.
ampersand. That's true. Ampersand. Is that's so. Wizards and Warriors for the NES. This is all stages run, done in 2414 by Dark Terex, who says, I asked around and could only find 2 other runners for this game, one for each of the categories, all stages and the level 1 glitch run. And I have beaten the all stages time by about 4 minutes. This category is extremely RNG heavy in the last stage, as you must grind out gems to progress by killing enemies. Because I guess there are certain doors that you need to get through that you have to have a certain amount of money to get through. So there's a bit of grinding for that reason. The drop rate for gems is quite low. You must then find the final boss with RNG spawns. I will try to beat this again, but it will be difficult considering the RNG I got this time around. And yes, this game also has a really broken glitch to it. So all stages means he's not doing the super broken version of it.
I love how any clip where within like 4 seconds of it starting, he's clipped through a wall.
Through a wall, yeah.
Like, that's my favorite. But yeah, this game looks pretty cool. I kind of thought this would be like a less interesting NES game, but it actually looks pretty fun.
This is super fun. I like this game. I always found the hitbox on the sword to be kind of, or on the lance to be sort of hard to figure out. But once you get that down, you can kind of.
I tell you what's especially confusing is how close to the top of the screen he is all the time there. He's almost like flying off that screen. It's not scrolling up very far.
This was a relatively early NES game, if I remember correctly.
Wow, it looks pretty good for an early one as well, though.
But this and Iron Sword had just kind of interesting physics, like speedrunning through these games.
Jump.
Yeah, and there's other little weird peculiarities to the movement too, but harder game to speedrun than it looks.
All right, there's another one of these you carry on talking about.
Oh yeah, so Wizards and Warriors 2. This is probably the game I'm a bit more familiar with because I actually have a copy of Iron Sword, but I don't. I never had my own copy of Wizards and Warriors 1. But it's Wizards and Warriors 2 Iron Sword for the NES. This is the one with Fabio on the cover. If that helps jog your memory, Flicky. This is an any percent run.
You say that. Let me link you. You carry on talking. Let me link you a picture.
Is this suitable for? All right, well, whatever. So this is any percent run done in 1039 by Frankie Snow, who says, "Never judge a book by its cover." No doubt in reference to the awesome cover of this game. Wizards and Warriors 2 is really fun. The problem that I always had with it, I tried to speedrun this game and I routed it at some point and I wanted to improve. Who was it? Was it Master 88 with the record or something like that? But the final boss is just so annoying to fight, and sometimes he doesn't want to come near you, and sometimes you can defeat him really fast, and other times he just doesn't even come on the screen. So hats off to whoever goes through this whole game and then has to fight that really random final boss.
Wow.
Good luck.
Good job.
I wonder if this is a deathless run, because that's the other thing that's really tough about this game is getting through it without any deaths.
You have to see that Fabio picture. That's why you said it's got Fabio on the cover, and because I had literally just seen that picture, that's what I thought.
That's amazing.
All right.
Yeah. But both of these Wizards and Warriors games, great fun to play.
They look cool.
You really should try this. It's definitely a classic that you gotta.
I wonder if
know.
I wonder if these guys, what do you call it, colluded with one another to make sure these came out at the same time.
You think it was all a big plot for these?
Real good plot,
both
yeah.
to happen at the same time, huh?
Just to point out as well, apparently Kirk, you got a world record in Holy Magic Century or in Quest 64, 222.54.
Oh, wow.
I like any time in that. I love that we still have that censored.
I don't think that it is. I think I undid that at some point.
Oh, did you? Oh,
because at this point, people are like, "Why is 64 censored?"
No one really remembers it.
Right. No one knows anymore. So now it's just.
It was admittedly 2.5 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they will remember it soon with the episode being uploaded onto YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah, they will. They can go check out the Final Fantasy VII episode from April 1st, 2012. All right. Next up we got XCOM Enemy Unknown, PC 80%, 13107 by Papers. A ton of planning and work has gone into the making of this game, even consistent enough to be runnable. Huge shout outs to Twin, the other guy who works on this game, and the other guy who works on this game, and will probably take the world record back soon. And watch out for the segmented project coming soon. Now, I need to clarify: is this the cover shooter XCOM, or is this the top-down tactical XCOM?
Ooh, you got me.
I don't know.
Yeah, let me look. I'm pretty sure this is the top-down tactical XCOM. Now, let me just quickly Google an image to find it. Yeah, it is. It's the top-down tactical one. There we go. Because they made one which was based in like the 30s Chicago one, and I cannot remember what that song subtitle is. But there you go. That's really cool. I like to see runs of games like that, and ones as well. Like if anyone remembers, geez, what was that game called? Commandos. Games like that. Those like RTS sort of tactical games where you didn't really have the macro element, the building units and taking care of economy, but you were just sort of microing a full units and going. I like to see runs of games like that. Those are really interesting because there's so many goddamn options in them. So if anyone out there wants to work on a Commandos run, go for it. I'd like to see it. But yeah, that's cool to see XCOM. Nice. I also like to see more modern games because I have a bit more knowledge about them.
Page change.
There's a
Yeah, I kind of forgot.
That's all right.
There's a big gap. Yeah, there's a big gap in my knowledge. And finally, Arcano, why don't you go with this one because this is the last one, and then we're sort of good to go.
Let me take a second to load up that video, and then
Very
we can
important
start.
video. You don't want to miss it. Don't blink.
So this is East, the Vanished Omens for Sega Master
Oh, this one.
System.
Okay, this one. Okay, cool. I'm gonna max screen this one.
This is any percent
Sorry, chat.
in 22.94 seconds. So we're going to be seeing the whole run here. And it's by John UK 89. The comment says, "This game is so broken. Ignore W split. I basically can't split accurately since it's an unpredictable sound I'm waiting for."
Huh.
Who was the person who played this and sort of not found this, but like maybe found it, but did this before? It wasn't John UK 89 before in the previous weeks, was it?
Yeah, the person who submitted this last time.
Yeah.
Why am I? Is at the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I know. Hang on, where I'm looking. I'm looking for Ease. Nope. Yogi Bear. That's not right. Ease, the Vanished Omens. Crazy Rasmus. of
Oh right,
course,
Rasmus.
there
Yeah,
we
Crazy
go.
Rasmus. That's
I
right.
knew it was
that's right.
someone I knew who I'd met. So good job. That beats Crazy Rasmus. I just had it and I closed it for some reason. It beats it by fractions of a second.
Yeah.
Let me find out exactly how many seconds that is.
0.07.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 0.07 seconds. So good job. It's a cool run. If you don't know the glitch, he buys stuff. Yeah, Nadua found it. Crazy Rasmus had it before. Two Norwegians working together there. But it's like, yeah, you buy the things and it warps you, and yeah. You go into the shop, buy a few mirrors, and that's it. You're at the end of the game. But there you go. All right, sweet. Hey, that's...
And we were going to mention the TAS of Secret of Mana.
Oh,
Or at least I was going to mention it.
oh, go for it. Well, you're allowed to.
Okay, well I will. You guys should go to testvideos.org.
Just kidding. You're not.
Oh, just kidding. Cut off. But yeah, I think if you go to testvideos.org, it should be on the front page for under newest submissions, or did it get moved up now? Has it been accepted at this point? It's not on the front page anymore. But go search for it. There's a new task for Secret of Mana. It's very short, and there's some memory corruption going on. You'll see.
It says 8 minutes, 57 seconds, 66 hundredths.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty short.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow,
good
it's not
job.
on the front page anymore. That must mean it got accepted.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
All right. Hey, that's everything. We really blasted through quickly. But hey, we can talk about what's coming up. You updated the doc, or did you... Hang on. Where did you put the potential episodes? Are they in the thing? Dum,
No,
dum,
thank
dum,
you. I updated
dum.
it.
It's in a.
They're in the thing. Yeah. So we have some upcoming ones, courtesy of Feasel so far, but we're all chipping in to try and get some ideas. And we figure if we tell everybody, we can make ourselves actually do it. So next week, Feasel, what do we got for our next 2 weeks? Because you did these, so I'll let you take credit for them by telling everybody what they are.
Okay.
Well, you did the next week's one at least for sure.
Wait,
Mega Man
next,
5.
Oh yeah, the Mega Man one. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Lord of the Rings. Okay. Yeah,
No.
Mega Man. Yeah, I was gonna say that's not. Yeah, the Mega Man 5. The Game Boy Mega Man 5.
Yes.
I should say. I have it written down here as GV, not.
Yeah, I
G.
did see that. I was like,
That's
Mega
not.
Man 5
That's
Game
a typo.
Boy?
It's the Virtual Boy Mega Man 5. Oh wait, no, that's the runner. It's Virtual Boy Ness and Mr.
Yeah.
Cab who are going to be talking about Mega Man 5 Game Boy next week.
Yep.
And then we eventually are going to have a little Samson episode. We're still working out the details of the timing on that one.
With Samson, we're hoping for Primal 85 and X Dragon 95. So two people, maybe one's 10 years older than the other. We don't know, but it's possible. But there's a little Samson one. We've got a few other ideas in the pipeline, hoping for a Dark Souls episode
Hoping
coming
for Dark
up.
Souls.
Yep. More planned, actually. Lord of the Rings, as we were talking about earlier, Lord of the Rings Return
That's
of the
going to
King.
happen.
That's going to happen sometime, probably in November.
Maybe November 2nd, I think.
Second, yeah. It's
think.
lined up as second now.
Yeah.
That'll be Author Blues and Sky Bills. I'm going to try and organize an Ape Escape 2 and 3 episode, merge those two together. Not sure who we'll get yet, but I'll do some asking around. We did Ape Escape a long time ago, and 2 and 3, we were sort of waiting for them to get a bit more broken, and they did get really broken. And then I realized recently, oh my god, those games got really broken, and there's active runners. We need to do an Ape Escape 2 and 3 episode. Arcano, you're working on maybe trying to get a Golden Sun episode.
Yeah, I talked to Plexa. He is down for it. You guys may know Plexa from the Team Liquid forums.
Team Liquid, yeah, he's actually one of the very top head staff of Team Liquid.
Yeah,
Also a
and
very
I'm
cool guy.
I'm trying to get someone else. I won't say who yet, but
We can find there's various people who play Golden Sun. I've seen that streamed.
yeah.
I'd like to point
times.
out, if we get Plexa, we have another country of origin guest to add to our list with New Zealand.
Yes.
So
We've never had a New Zealander?
we haven't had a New Zealander, I don't think. So yeah. And also, Duckfist is going to try and get a Battle Kid episode organized.
So that'll be fun. Good
So
old
yes,
Battle
we have ideas. Hopefully you guys are excited for at least some or all of those games. Please repeatedly bug us or me or whomever you have on those ones to try and get those organized.
Kid. Or more importantly, come up with episodes that you would
Yes.
like to see. And
Yeah.
runners that, you know, if you're a runner
Yeah.
of a game that would be a good fit for the show, let us know. We'll see if we can.
We haven't
Work
turned
out.
anyone away yet, have we? We tried to turn away Nagleria, but we just couldn't. No.
He's too lovable. You can't
Too
turn him
adorable.
away.
It's little pudgy cheeks. You just got to squeeze
He's
them.
going to squeeze their cheeks.
Yeah. But if you have a game you would like on the show, if you run a game, you can definitely recommend them to us. If you're not sure if your game has enough content, you can definitely find one similarly. We've done dual episodes in the past, like we've done Jack games together, and we've done the Bad Games Showcase. We haven't done one of those in a while.
I haven't done
Two
a
bad
showcase.
speed
That's
games
true.
merged together. We can do that. If you have an idea for one, if it's a JRPG, please let us know, because we think we can probably pull one of those off properly now. After Pokemon, we reckon we could get a JRPG down. There's no fear anymore on our behalf. But tweet us if you want to find out a good way to do it. Tweet at TSS Break. I'm going to shove that in the chat. At TSS Break. And follow that Twitter channel as well. All that sort of stuff. That'd be a great way to let us know. We're open to ideas, and we're going to get some really good Game of the Weeks coming up. If you're running a game at TSSB, if you're running a game at AGDQ and you would like to head on with that would be great. I should also mention this happened I think 2 weeks ago, but GDQ has become their own little name now. It's still being run by exactly the same people, but now GDQ and SDA are like more two separate entities. They're both run by the same people, and it's the same deal. You won't notice any difference, but game Done Quick is now it's sort of its own thing. Same as, I don't know if I mentioned this, but ESA has done that exactly the same thing with Ludendi. So it's a pretty good idea, I'm sure. I mean, we agreed with it, and Mike did it, so the GDQ guys know it. But now it means there's gamesdonequick.com, and they also renamed the marathon board as on someone's suggestion, which I thought was cute. So it's now called the Games Done Quick discussion board, which was nice touch too. But there's that to mention. Best of NES is on soon, right, Fees, or is it not for a little bit yet?
It is. I mean, it's within 2 weeks. I believe it's starting
I think it's
up.
2 weeks, Monday.
It's not next weekend, but yeah, the following weekend.
I was literally about to say it's not till October, and then I realized it's the 20th of
It's
October
already
right now in England. It's very much October, so. But yeah, message us any of those ideas. Tweet at us. Tweet at TSS Break. We respond to pretty much everybody. Yeah, almost. In fact, basically everybody. So.
Well, for people who request episodes and suggestions like that, of course.
Yeah. All right. Right. We're going to play some ads at the end of the show, as we usually do. 3 minutes of ads after the show. As soon as we're done, you can do that. That will be absolutely fantabulous. Just watch some ads. Give us cents upon cents upon cents. With enough cents.
Just
do you
pile
guys
fractions
have,
of pennies onto us,
yeah.
please.
Do you have penny sweets in America? Like penny
Pennies?
candy?
Oh,
Like it's like candy. It's like each piece costs a penny or something.
no, nothing costs a penny.
We used to. We used to a long time
Yeah,
ago.
we
They don't
used
do it anymore.
What, like in the
Yeah,
60s?
No,
Yeah, well, we
like
had
when
it
I was
in,
growing,
like-
when I was growing up, they
Yeah,
had
like
that.
1996, we had penny sweets.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know if you can still get them. I wonder if you had them, if that was a thing. No, okay. I guess you could probably just for like 2 cents buy an entire hamburger and a shake in America. That's how that's how they advertise it here in England, at least.
The
When I
only thing
first
you
went
buy
to
for
America
is,
and I tried to buy food, and I was like, wait, this costs the same as it does at home. This is stupid. I was lied to. But yeah. All right. We're gonna run some ads. We're gonna find a raid target. Do you guys ever? I
oh,
think
yeah, we should
raid
have
how are
done
we
that
gonna
long
pick which
ago.
con to raid?
Isn't which one? One of them's over. Isn't Chicagothon over?
Find out which one isn't over, and we'll raid that one.
All right.
We need a raid message too. Raid message too.
I think
Ooh, I got one.
You got a raid message?
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
that's should be the message.
You need the thing. What's the symbol?
Oh,
What's the symbol for sense?
the symbol for cents.
no,
Yeah, it's the C with the line.
It's a
in
C.
it.
Yeah,
yeah.
line through it. Yeah. Yeah, DeuceCon is still going on. I believe we should raid those.
How do you do that? Can you just do 2C? That doesn't look right. I'm gonna find the actual symbol.
yeah, I don't see it on my keyboard, which means that it would be an alt
Well, you
code.
can hold. Can you still like hold Alt and then type on the numeric pad to get
I
special
found
characters?
I found it.
Or does that
on
not
Google.
work anymore? I
There you
haven't
go.
tried to do that anymore.
Right.
Has to go in
JuiceCon
front.
is still going. Go raid JuiceCon with the message burgers and a shake for 2 cents. I went and found you the cent symbol in there
Yeah.
Thank you,
so
character
that you
map.
can actually do that. Can someone link to the JuiceCon channel?
I can't spell Deuceler right. I've spelled it
Oh my
wrong
God.
like 3 times already, and I'm
That's
unable
because
to
you're not
find
saying deuce. You're not saying the U bit. You're saying
Deuce.
DeuceCon. You keep writing DOOS.
Deuce. DeuceCon.
To go check it out. We'll get there. There we go.
Thank you.
Okay,
Juice-
it won't load. Well,
It won't
then it must not have been my typing. That was one of the ones I tried.
Yeah,
Oh,
Twitch
Twitch
seems to be broken for me.
Oh,
I can't
then
load
that's
my
a
following page. or
Real
anything.
downer on our raid, isn't it?
Yeah, it is kind of a down on the raid. I don't know. Maybe
Go raid yourself. Raid the fridge.
Yeah.
Raid the pantry.
raid the fridge. Go get yourselves a burger and a shake for 2 cents.
All right,
Like,
that's the raid
Oh,
then.
no.
Everyone go raid the fridge right now.
go raid the fridge. Grab yourself a delicious snack. Maybe a beer if you're allowed to have beer. And I don't know. Enjoy your evening. We would have raided them. I feel bad now.
I
but
know. I feel bad.
Just tweet at them. Find out the Twitter and just tweet at Juicler and with the raid message. But we're going to run some ads anyway. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week for Mega Man 5 Game Boy. Yum, yum, yum. Delicious fridge food is awaiting me. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, guys.
The Sunday Sequence Break.